Global refugee policy is a distinct and tangible activity within the global refugee regime. States, NGOs, and UNHCR invest significant time and resources in the development and implementation of policies that claim to be able to address specific problems or challenges faced by refugees and others of concern to UNHCR. Now, these policies can take several forms, like executive committee conclusions on protracted refugee situations or civil registration, or UNHCR policies on alternatives to camps, statelessness, or urban refugees. But do these policies, developed and approved within the decision-making structures of the global refugee regime, do they make any difference in the lives of refugees? We simply don't yet know. What we do know is that global refugee policy matters. It matters because of the time and energy invested in the process. It matters because of the implicit claims it makes about its ability to help refugees. And it matters because it provides an important test for the functioning of the global refugee regime itself. Now, to help us understand the nature and impact of global refugee policy, it's helpful to understand it not only as a product, the policy document itself, but as a process, and to ask questions about each stage of the process. How do particular issues get onto the agenda of the global refugee regime? Why are other issues excluded? How do particular policies get formulated? Who is able to present different policy options? Where and how do policies get fixed? Is the decision-making process formal or informal? How do policies adopted at the global level get implemented at the regional, national, and local levels? And finally, how do policies get evaluated? Does the evaluation of policy lead to change over time? Asking these questions helps us get inside the process, to understand the process of contestation that often accompanies policies, to understand which actors can influence different stages of the policy process, and to engage with global refugee policy more honestly, not as an inevitable sequence of events, but as a non-linear, messy, contested, and often unpredictable process. I think that if we can do a better job of understanding the process that leads to policy and the factors that condition its implementation and non-implementation in different contexts, then we may be able to encourage a more effective process that more predictably responds to the needs of refugees.